Hey friends, it's Roger Sipe coming back at you from here in the bunker of awesome, and it is a special day. This is getting posted on September 29th, Tuesday. So if history teaches us anything, it means that you're probably watching this either on the 29th or within the next couple of days. So it is a special time right now. It's the start of the fourth quarter. Whoa, my favorite quarter of the year. It's the start of the fourth quarter today. This is a whole series on winning the third thirds when we started posting these videos. Well, guess what? We're far enough into the third that it's right now. We're getting started on the fourth quarter. There's only 90 days left in the whole year. And I wanted to check in with you. How's your year? It's been a crazy one. I know a lot of you watching this are actually having a great year, business-wise and otherwise. Some of you, it's funny, I just had a conversation with a client today where she said she's actually doing really, really well. She got off to a pretty slow start with COVID stuff this year, but over the course of the summer, she's a financial advisor, and during a time where her business is normally, like her acquisition of new clients is actually slowed down, boy, she has just crushed it and made up all of this ground, and she's probably going to crush her goals. But even she said something today where she goes, you know, this has been the slowest, fastest year ever. And I thought, that doesn't make any sense at all, but I totally relate, right? Like, I don't know about you, but the defining characteristic of this year for me is that days, weeks, months have this weird combination of, like, they seem to drag on forever sometimes, and then simultaneously they're just over in the blink of an eye. So it's been weird, and you know what? I'm glad that I get to talk with you today, because the fourth quarter of anything has always been special to me ever since I was in high school. I played organized sports for the first time starting my freshman year of high school. I played football, and the football program that I was part of at good old Brown Deer High School, we had a good football program. We had a good coach who was kind of legendary in Milwaukee area sports. And he was really, really big. One of the themes of our program was all about the fourth quarter. That's when we took a lot of pride in playing our best football in the fourth quarter of the game. And because that's, as you know, that's when games are won or lost. And it was a good feeling to know no matter where we were at, that we still had the fourth quarter of the game to go out and play our best. Probably win the game if we did. If we did what we were supposed to do, we generally had a good shot at winning games, and we won quite a few games. We won quite a few games in the fourth quarter because we took pride in finishing games strong. And I want to encourage you along those lines here today, because I don't really care where you're at in your year. Yeah, I get it. Some of you are just dominating. Some of you have probably already hit your income goals or your business goals for the year. Some of you are in businesses where you got worked hard enough, or you made enough excuses that, like, you're hopelessly behind. And truthfully, I don't care, because here's the deal. The big thing that you're doing, whether you know it or not, whether you're planning for it or not, is that you are already establishing the tone and establishing the momentum, not just for now, but for how next year is going to be for you. You've probably noticed this, that how you finish one thing is often how you start at the next thing. I'm telling you that how you feel about how you finish this year from this point forward is going to be a major determining factor in how well 2021 goes for you. And so I just want to give you a little bit of a tip here. I'll give you a singular focus that if you'll dedicate yourself to this one thing, and it's remarkably simple, if you'll dedicate yourself to this one thing starting today and using it as your theme for the next 90 days, regardless of what the outcome is, you'll feel awesome about the end of this year. So let's go. The thing I want you to focus on is I just want you to focus on doing your best. You're the only one that's going to be able to know and evaluate this on a daily basis, but I will tell you that if you will simply dedicate yourself on a daily basis in your work, in your relationships, and in your life, to just honestly put your best effort into the day. Do your best. Not perfect, not necessarily even getting a great result, but doing your best, you will guarantee that you feel fantastic regardless of the outcome. I actually made this little grid for a client one time and I found it to be true. Like if you made like a little 4-square grid and you took, did you do your best or did you not do your best? And then pair that with, did you get the results you were looking for, i.e. did you hit your goals or did you not hit your goals? It's really enlightening. Watch, we don't need to talk about the two corner ones like this, right? The ones where you really did your best. You put your best effort forward and like you got the result. You won the game, you hit your quota, you hit your goals, you made the money. Obviously, when you do your best and you win, you're going to feel like a rock star and you will have deserved it. That's obvious. Down here in this corner, this one right over here, where you didn't do your best and you didn't win, obviously you're just not going to feel great about that experience. It's just going to be kind of a bummer. But I will say that your conscience will probably be clean because you at least know, okay, yeah, up here I earned my success. Down here you kind of go, well, at least I know I earned my failure. What I want to talk with you about is these other two corners over here, where maybe you did your best but didn't get the result versus the times where you actually did get the result. You hit the goal, made the money, won the prize, whatever, but you didn't really do your best. And how are you going to feel in those scenarios, right? Let's talk about what happens if you do your best. You work hard, you're diligent, you live with self-discipline, and you really put your best effort forward. But what happens when you do that and you don't get there? You don't hit your goals. If you've ever been in this spot, you probably know this. I've been in this spot a bunch of times throughout both of the businesses that I've been involved in. And clearly it's not the most fun. Clearly you want to get the result. But if I've ever been in the spot where I came in second, third, or lower instead of first place, but I really gave it my best effort, you end up actually feeling really good about yourself. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit irritated and maybe you're a little mad because you didn't catch the lucky breaks that you needed to. But when you do your best, even when you don't get the result, your conscience is clean. You're sleeping well at night. Your breakfast tastes good in the morning. And deep down, you know that if you keep putting in your very best effort, you know that it's just a matter of time before good things catch up with you and you feel optimistic about the future. Let's talk about this other area down here where maybe you luck into your results, but you know you kind of mailed it in, didn't do your best, just didn't do your best. Yeah, I would imagine that there would be some gratitude there where you feel like, hey, somebody was looking out for me and I kind of skated by the skin of my teeth and whoo boy, did we get lucky. But you know what? If you didn't earn that victory, I know you're an achiever. You've got a good heart. You've got a good work ethic and you want to do things the right way. And so deep down, when you succeed to an outside perspective, but inside you know you didn't really deserve that victory, I know, you just ain't going to feel good. I've been there too. And you kind of go, boy, it's just a matter of time before bad things catch up with me. So here's the good news about all this, is that you doing your best is one of the things that you have the highest degree of influence or control over. So listen, here's what I want for you. Sure, of course, do I want you to take some time for yourself sometime this week and like get a plan for these next 90 days? Absolutely. If I was your coach, would I want you to develop a high level of clarity about what you want to accomplish in this window of time and why you want to accomplish this? Absolutely. I definitely want those things for you. And by the way, as a coach, that's what we do with people. So please, if you would like some help with that, just shoot me an email. We'll help you out, okay? But mostly what I want you to do is I just want you, for the next 90 days, to wake up in the morning, and I want your breakfast to taste good. And I want you to wake up with some level of excitement for the day. And you'll do that if you will simply dedicate yourself to doing your best. And then at the end of the day, looking in the mirror and go, hey, was I perfect? Doesn't matter, but did you give it your best effort? And if you can say yes, honestly, to yourself, I guarantee you that good things will come your way. But more importantly, you make it an unavoidable conclusion that when the calendar flips over to 2021, which you know is going to happen just like that, you can look back on your most recent experience of this crazy year and go, you know what? I feel good. I feel strong. I feel like I made progress, and I feel clean as we're heading into a new experience. So do that for me. More importantly, do that for you. Give it your best effort today, tomorrow, and for the following 88 days after that. And I'll see you on the other side. I hope you have an awesome week. We're coming back at you next week, Tuesday, with some good stuff on some good mental tune-ups that'll help you move forward. Have a great week.